بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So, مهموسها فحث شخص سكت. مهموسها means that there is hams. The characteristic of hams is فحثه شخص سكت. These are the letters of hams. fa, ha, tha, sha, sheen, kha, sad, and sa, sin, kaf, and ta. These are the letters of hams. Okay, so that's hams, and the opposite of hams is what? Jahar. Okay, jahar means apparent. Okay, so hams is whispered, apparent is jahar, and those letters are here, which is the rest of the letters. So we have whispered, okay, and we have the apparent letters. And whispered and apparent are the Arabic letters in accordance to the flow and imprisonment of air. Okay, the flow and imprisonment of air or of your breath. Good. Okay. Now, whispering is an abundant flow of air. Okay. So the definition of it is that it's a suppression in hearing, you hear less of what it is. It's not as clear due to a result of separation of the vocal cords without their vibration, and then abundant flow of breath. Abundant flow of breath. Just pause for that. Okay, so we said whispering means abundant flow of breath, okay, without vocal cords vibrating, i.e. there's no voice. This is an example of hams is like sheen, sh, sh, sh. There's no vibration of the vocal cords. Okay. Now that is opposite to what? Jahar, which is Jahar is apparent. And apparent is clarity in hearing. Okay, clarity in hearing as a result of joining and vibration of the two vocal cords and great imprisonment of breath. Okay, so what does that show as well? Look here, there's the vocal cords that are closed. When the vocal cords are closed, right, they can vibrate. Okay, now they're vibrating, that makes their voice. Voice. If they're not closed, if they're open a little bit or more, then you can have the breath fully flowing. The breath fully flows without any vibrations of the vocal cords. So that's how you get just air. Right? Now another example for apparent is lam. You can hear that the vocal cords are vibrating. And if you want to feel it, you can use your hand and put it onto your larynx, right there, larynx. If you speak and you're using your vocal cords, you can hear it vibrating. You can feel it vibrating. But sheen, sh, no vibration. Sh. Okay. So that's the difference between just using air and using the vocal cords to vibrate and use sound, or also use voice. Okay, why were they named whispered and apparent, and why is it that the apparent or when the vocal cords are used, it's called clarity, right, or apparent? Why is it clear? And why is it that it said that the suppression in hearing when it came to hams and just using air? That's because when you use your voice and you're vibrating your vocal cords, the sound travels and it's heard more easily. It's more apparent and it's heard more easily. But a breath is like a whisper, which is why it's called whispering, and that's why they call it suppression in hearing, due to the vocal cords being separate, and that, right, there is abundant flow of breath. See here, the vocal cords are separate, which makes the breath flow more, and there's no vocal cords vibrating. And here is a comparison. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. There is the hams, the whispering, when the vocal cords are in the whispering mode, and here is what? When the vocal cords are closed and they can vibrate. Okay, one more point. the letters of whispering are what? فحثه شخص سكت. Notice, look. All of these are air. Other than those ones, look, other than those, the rest of them use the vocal cords and they vibrate. The vocal cords are vibrating. Ta, right? Ta. There's no t in ta, right? So every single letter, other than these, the vocal cords are vibrating. Okay? Alright, that's the end of this lesson.